Michael, and we're continuing on with our seco dish. And what I do is I take fresh cilantro, and there's a few things I do with that. I usually get a couple of bunches of it, pretty inexpensive at the store. So what you want to do is you want to get this all grounded up, blended up. Some people like to just chop it and put it into a blender. I mean, put it into the dish itself. I prefer to put it into the blender. I went to a restaurant one time with my friend, and the food that came out was a seco dish. It was a beef seco, delicious, and the sauce was a darker color. And I asked her, can I speak to the cook? She came out. She was Peruvian. She didn't speak much English, but she understood what I was asking. And she tells me that what she does is she, instead of chopping up and adding the cilantro in, like some people do at the base, what she does is she actually makes a blended version of it first. And she adds either beer or other type of, there's other liquids that you can add to it. In this case, we're going to add a little beer today because we do have that. But there's other stuff you can add to this. But I get a better flavor from the beer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a good chunk of it right there. Maybe this much. You can cut it, depends how you want to handle it. We're not doing a big dish, so I'm going to add a little bit more. So if you want to look at, if you want to kind of size it or you want to measure it, this is probably 2 cups. Okay? When you come to cooking food like this, portioning or measuring is really not something you want to do. You want to kind of just build as you go. You can add more onion, less onion, see how it tastes. More potato, less potato. It all depends on how you feel. You know, like garlic, same thing. You know, I've been doing this for a while, so I know what works for me. People who want to do this dish who are sensitive to a lot of strong flavors may add less. I always add like 2 teaspoons of the Harillo Amarillo. Same with the panca. Some people say, no, I'll just do 1. So it's going to depend on your flavor. But when you do it the way I show you, you may say, oh, I like that better. So I can take all of this, just the way it is. I don't have to chop it up because the blender is going to do it for me. I use a Nutrisystem or the Bullet. The reason I use this is because it's quicker, faster, and you're going to get a better juice or a better pulp out of it. So what I want to add to this is a couple of things. I like to use regular, good old-fashioned Coastal salt. Okay? I have I usually, a palm will do, maybe 2. Again, it's going to be depending on taste, but you know, we're going to start adding salt to this dish pretty soon. Okay? Next thing I want to add is pepper. Maybe a ground pepper if you have it. If not ground, it's fine, but I like to grind my own if I have it. Again, everything, when you're dealing with spices, especially like peppers, peppercorn, things like that are raw. If you get the chance to have it raw and grounded, you're gonna get a better flavor. Only because, just like with oregano, because you're opening and awakening the oils. When you have something that's sitting there dried, like ground already, the oil's already been woken and they just lay there. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go with this. Not too much. I'm gonna add some beer to it. Again, whatever flavor you like. In this case, we have Bud Light. I don't promote many things, but it could be a dark beer, it could be a Modelo, it could be a Corona, whatever flavor you like. But today we have a little bit of and I don't add that much. If you see, not very much at all. And it's going to help promote, when it starts blending, it's going to really break everything down. Excuse me. Maybe a little lemon juice if you have it, or lime juice. In this case, I already have lemon. I just add a little bit to waken up the color and the flavor. Just a little bit, not much. And then I add a little bit of my garlic, because this is going to go in the dish anyway, but if I add it here now, it's going to be really, when you smell this, you're going to be like, oh my God, what is that? Okay, so it's going to look a little like this. So remember, we put cilantro, salt, pepper, garlic, and a little bit of beer. You can even add, some people like to add wine. It doesn't hurt. I like the beer because it kind of does a nice thing to the sauce. It builds it, it really works well with the sauce. And I got this secret from a friend of mine who was Peruvian, said they always put beer in there. So, nice and tight. Down. And you're going to hear this big old... And you can see it's breaking up. There you go. seconds. So you get this nice minty greenish color. Some people use this for sauces. You can put it over fish, chicken, but it's a great base. It's what I use it for, more of a base. And when you're doing, if you ever make spaghetti sauce and sauces, you always have to start with a base. And this is my base with the onion. Okay? And if you can take a whiff of that, oh, it's wonderful. Cut. We're done, Lisa.